Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Bhavna Joshi and I will be taking the subject childhood and growing up. So in this subject today we will be studying about the relationship with peer, teacher, staff, teacher expectation and school achievement and over about the overage learner. Now this topic is in your childhood and growing up BEd 101 unit 3. So let's start. First, we will start up with the peer influence. Peer influence is something, the behavioral aspect of a child, like empathy, caring, social responsibility, cooperation, compromise, emotional conflict, and emotional control and conflict resolution are influenced by the peer group. A child, if a child is in good peer group circle, automatically he or she will have better outcomes related to his or her personality development, and vice versa. So first we will look about the positive peer influence. Now peer group provide emotional security, sense of belonging and feedback. Time to time peer group, the friends tell each other that this is what they are doing right and this is wrong, they should improve, inspiring and motivating each other all the time, helping one another with respective advancement, and cooperating with each other, working as a role model. If in a positive peer group, if one person does something good, the other friends also aims to work like his or her friend. So the peer group also works as a role model. Then imbibing a number of useful traits, as skills, habits, interest and attitude, which are automatically and ultimately helpful for personality development. Now, these were the positive peer influence. Now, let's go to the negative peer influence. Now, we all know that peer group has a very big impact in the acquisition of desirable as well as undesirable behavior. So if a child is in a company of bad company of peer where the children are incapable and inefficient, they are careless, they are aimless, they are frustrated, they are spoiled, they are delinquent, they are problematic, they are aggressive. So if the company is like this, automatically it will affect the behavior action patterns of the child. The child will also behave like the peer group in the bad company. Next, the child ignores the advice, warning of the elders and teachers for the sake of maintaining their ego. So basically, it has been seen that in the basic, more in the adolescent age, that the child ignores the advice and warning of their elders and teachers, they because they want to show their loyalty towards their peer group, that whatever my peer group is saying I will do the same. So this is the negative impact of the peer influence. Now next is the relationship with the teacher. But healthy positive relationship with the teacher always result in effective personality development. Children relationship with teacher give shape to their concept of socialization. Positive relationship makes a student feel more comfortable in the classroom environment. They are eager to study that particular subject, and they are ready to be in the class of the teacher with whom the students have a positive relationship. Then now close and supportive relationship of children with teacher tip to reduction in aggression among the children. So if there is a supportive and close relationship of teacher with the children, automatically if there is aggression in children, that will reduce. If the teacher is emotionally supportive to the child, then automatically it will prevent the dropout rate from the school, encourage the academic interest, motivation and positive self concept in the students. Then next is children who have healthy relationships with teacher contribute to the society in a very positive, meaningful and productive way. Healthy relationship makes children feel accepted and cared. Then students' participation in class is encouraged, and self-motivation for academic progress is also influenced. So the teacher-student relationship, we can conclude that if the two teacher-student relationship is positive, it there will be increased student participation. That self motivation to study will be there. There will be less dropout from the school. There will be less aggression. There will be comfortable classroom environment. So all these are the very positive aspect of positive and healthy teacher student relationship. Next is the teacher's expectation. Now teacher's expectation have a positive correlation with the student's achievement. So the expectation and aspiration of the teachers about the student is the first initiating step towards the determination and willpower to do. If the teacher expects and aspires that this particular child can do much better, that automatically the student will be motivated to work towards a positive direction. So if students who stand by the expectation of teachers automatically receives more attention, guidance, compassion from the teacher in comparison to others, so automatically the students will excel in their academic achievement and performance. Then the expectation of the teachers from the students may have that that motivation from their self. The students will have that self motivation, that if my teacher is having such great expectation from me, so I should do something good in life. So the students have high self confidence, high self efficacy, and self esteem. Now there's some negative part to it also, and as a would be teachers, you should know about it, so that you should not do this in your career. So high expectation from the child may lead to frustration, both in the child as well as the teacher, because what actual what teacher has expected, that the child should be able to achieve this much. If that actual the standard which the teacher and student has made, if the student is not able to meet that standard, that automatically it will lead to the frustration. Next is children with low expectation from their teachers begin to underestimate and see themselves as incapable, regardless of their actual potential. It leads to negative impact also. If the teacher is not having high expectation from a child, teacher feels that this particular child cannot do much good in life. So automatically, what happens is, regardless of the actual, maybe the actual potential of the child is much higher, but if the teacher is having that low expectation from the child, automatically the child will underestimate himself or herself, and his or her self-esteem will go low. Then another negative thing is the teacher's expectation about child's ability, and their belief about intelligence is based on labeling of the child. Most of the students are labeled as smart or dumb, that this student is very smart, this student can do so good, and the this student is dumb, you cannot give responsibility to this child. So automatically these labels affect the child's self-worth also. Next, the students' socioeconomic background, gender, ethnicity also influence the teacher's expectation about the students. Yes, this is reality, what I am saying in this slide. That is the reason why we are telling you about this, is that as a would-be teachers, you should not be having your expectation should not be on the basis of the socioeconomic background, gender, and ethnicity. Then students' test score or previous academic achievement are significant factors that influence teachers' expectation. Then again, students labeled as able by the teacher that this student is very good, he can do it, he will do it. So they are often seated in the first row, and the students who are considered less to have high performance, not so abled, so they basically they are they usually sit in the last row. Then students who are considered capable are often provided with more of the opportunities to perform publicly in the functions and all, and respect, love and care are shown to them by the teacher. So this is about the negative thing, and as a teachers you should take care of these things. So we saw that teachers expectation have a very positive direct correlate are correlated to the academic achievement of the students. Now, next term is overage learner. Who is an overage learner? Overage learner is referred to the learner who are much more in age. In age, average age ought to be that class or grade. So they are much more in age, that average age of the child. Like for example, if the entry age in class 1 is 5 years, and accordingly the child will be in the age group of 11 to 12 years in when he reaches the class 7th or 8th. But if in same class where the age group is 11 to 12, same class a child is of 14 years of age, then automatically he or she will be designated as an overage learner. So what are the reason behind these overage learners? Basically, it could be the ability of the child to pass out one or the other class in the prescribed time of 1 year. Maybe a child can take 2 years to pass one class. So this may be the reason. Or leaving out school in between 1 or more years, for leaving school and then again joining after 2 years. So again, that gap is there. So these may be the reason of the overage learners. Then comes the difficulty faced. So what are the difficulty faced by the overage learners? So number one difficulty is in establishing friendship and having useful conversation with the classmates, because there is a age difference and maturity level difference in that overage learner and the age group of the class. Then rejection on the part of classmates doesn't want to play with the play with the overage learners, that this particular child is not of our age, he or she is very elder to us. Then another difficulty may be the child may face problems in terms of his academic adjustment. They are not able to study with the younger age children. They feel hesitant about attending the class. They may feel restlessness. There may be anxiety, stress, because they may feel that they are lagging behind in the level of education. The next difficulty is academic difficulty suffered by child coupled with his socio psychological maladjustment may automatically push him or her towards the problematic and delinquent behavior. So basically what a teacher can do is teacher and parents can counsel the overage learner, and be a help to the child. The teacher can be a help to the child in adjusting in the class environment, making him adjust in the class environment. And it is the duty of the teacher also to counsel the parents with respect that they should also be empathetic towards that overage learner, and should not you know uh, uh, suppress the overage learner uh, with different things. So these were the difficulties which were faced by overage learners. I hope you all understood about the peer influence, about the teachers relation, about the teachers expectation with regard to academic achievement, and the overage learner. Thank you very much.